Hi, my name is SAMIZA binti SAMION, metric number 067358. In this video, me and my group members are going to explain about our infographic, which is based on Chapter 8, Business Ethics and Information Technology. To begin with, I'm going to talk about the definition of information security. So, information security, sometimes shortened to InfoSec, is the practice of protecting information by mitigating information risk. It is part of information risk management. It typically involves preventing or reducing the probability of unauthorized or inappropriate access to data, or the unlawful use, disclosure, disruption, deletion, corruption, modification, inspection, recording, or devaluation of information. It also involves action intended to reduce the adverse impacts of such incidents. According to SISCO, information security is the processes and tools designed and utilized to protect sensitive information from modification, disruption, destruction, and inspection. Cybersecurity, on the other hand, is the practice of protecting systems, networks, and programs from digital attacks. These cyber attacks are usually aimed at accessing, changing, or destroying sensitive information, such as exhausting money from users or interrupting normal business processes. Cybersecurity consists of all the technologies and practices that keep computer systems electronic data safe. According to the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, cybersecurity is the art of protecting networks, devices, and data from unauthorized access or criminal use, and the practice of ensuring confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information. So, what is the difference between information security and cybersecurity? The difference is, information security is a crucial part of cybersecurity, but it refers exclusively to the processes designed for data security. Cybersecurity is a more general term that includes information security. In business, information is seen as the means through which organizations expand and increase their capacity to achieve their goals. Therefore, information forms intellectual capital and organizations value this capital as an important resource. There are many and varied ethical and social challenges in business, in particular how data and information are collected, handled, and distributed.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is NURSYAFIQAH binti YUSOH. My matrix number is 067368, and I will give a clear description of the ethical issues that are happening right now in the business world. Running a business comes with many responsibilities. Every organization is expected to focus on growing the business while ensuring the organization maintains a healthy work environment that contributes to the welfare of the employees. Unfortunately, ethical issues in the workplace are still prevalent. If not taken seriously, this unethical issue not only risks damaging the company's reputation but may have potential legal repercussions. Therefore, it is very important for every company to identify the issue in advance and address it effectively. Before we examine some of the common ethical concerns faced by businesses, we need to first understand the meaning of ethical issue in the context of business. So, what is an ethical issue? Anything that is done and takes place in business environment contradicts human moral principle and affects the individual involved in working in the organization, it becomes an ethical issue. Ethical issue in business can be a difficult challenge to navigate for every type of business that exists in the world. While there are laws in place to keep employees and employers accountable, this alone does not help completely prevent employees from behaving unethically. To manage ethical issues in business that arise in an organization, a holistic understanding of the issue is required to develop a thorough understanding, to find ways to detect and, most importantly, prevent this issue before they become problems and can ensure a constant focus on business growth and success instead of recovery. Even after taking all the necessary precautions, ethical issues can still arise, so it is important for every business to always be prepared to deal with them. One of the most common ethical issues in the workplace, which is questionable use of company technology where employees browse websites unrelated to work during the working days, such as browsing social media and any other websites intended for personal entertainment and not for work purposes. While this may seem like a small flaw in a large scheme of workplace ethics, improper use of the internet and company technology is a huge cost to the organization in lost time, employee productivity, company money, and even poses a security threat risk to the business. Security threats typically occur through links sent via email or in social media, and employee negligence in improperly clicking on suspicious links during working hours can cause problems and damage a company's reputation, as those links were sent likely by a cybercriminal to commit security threats such as ransomware, phishing, or viruses. As you can see in this poster, cybercrime in Malaysia has increased by 300% when the epidemic started in 2020, where an increase of 58% in the healthcare sectors and as many as 18 million phishing emails were found on Google site posted by cybercriminals to take advantage through an ongoing coronavirus, when many people are worried about the case by the time it starts to happen. This has happened due to an epidemic that is causing more people to be confined at home, with more time to spend online each day and increasingly relying on the internet to access services typically obtained offline. This gives more opportunities to cyber criminals to take advantage of the situation and make more money or create disruption. Cyber criminals redeemed millions of dollars from businesses during the COVID-19 pandemic. As happened to US Business Travel Management firm CWT on July 12, 2020, malicious emails containing malicious links and attachments have posed a major problem to the organization, namely the occurrence of ransomware attacks that have infected the system, causing the company to pay a ransom to such cyber criminals. Using ransomware called Retinal Locker, the attackers claimed to have stolen sensitive corporate files and knocked 30,000 company computers offline. As a service provider, to release a single data may bring disaster to the CWT business. As a result, the company paid about $4.5 million to hackers using cryptocurrencies.
Hi, my name is SUZYLAWATI from BBAIF2 and my metric number is 067347. Today I will be talking about 5 types of cybersecurity threats. The first one we have here is phishing. Phishing is a type of social engineering assault that is used to obtain sensitive information from users, such as login credentials and credit card details. It happens when a hacker poses as a trustworthy entity and convinces the victim to open an email or instant message. The recipient is subsequently duped into clicking a malicious link, which can result in malware installation, system freeze as part of a ransomware assault, or the disclosure of sensitive information. Attack has the potential to be severe as it leads to unauthorized purchases, money theft, and identity theft for individuals. An organization that falls to such attack usually suffer significant financial losses, as well as a loss of market share, reputation, and consumer trust. Depending on the scale, a phishing attempt could turn into a security disaster from which a company will struggle to recover. How to prevent phishing? A spoof message often contains subtle mistakes that expose its true identity, which can include spelling mistakes. For enterprises, a number of steps can be taken to mitigate phishing attacks, such as two-factor authentication, 2FA, is the most effective method for countering phishing attacks, as it adds an extra verification layer when logging into sensitive applications. Organizations should enforce strict password management policies. For example, employees should be required to frequently change their passwords. Educational campaigns can also help to diminish the threat of phishing attack by enforcing source practices such as not clicking on external email links. Next, the second type of cybersecurity threats are virus and worms. There are differences between virus and worms. Worms are similar to a virus, but it does not modify the program. It replicates itself more and more to slow down the computer system. Worms can be controlled by remote. The main objective of worms is to eat the system resources. A virus is a malicious executable code attached to another executable file that can be harmless or can modify or delete data. When the computer program runs attached with a virus, it performs some actions such as deleting a file from the computer system. Viruses can be controlled remotely. Of course, when it comes to computer worms, prevention is the best cure. Here are a few tips on how to protect yourself from computer worms. Be cautious when opening email attachment or links. It's best practice to not open an email link or attachment from an unknown sender. Don't click on pop-up ads while you browsing. Computer worms may inject adware into legitimate website to force their way into the device. And lastly, update your software regularly. Keep your operating system and programs up to date to remove software vulnerabilities. If possible, enable automatic updates. The third type of cybersecurity threat is ransomware. It is a type of malicious software or malware that prevents us from accessing our computer, files, system or network and demands us to pay a ransom for their return. Ransomware attack can cause costly disruption to operation and the loss of critical information and the organization data. How to prevent ransomware? First rule, never click on unsafe link. Avoid clicking on links in spam message or on unknown websites. Next, avoid disclosing personal information. If you receive a call, text message or email from an untrusted sources requesting personal information, do not reply. Third and last, don't open suspicious email attachment. Ransomware can also find ways to your device through email attachments. Cybercrime is the fourth type of cybersecurity threats. It is an illegal activity which involves the use of network device in order to generate income. This can cause disability or damage on targeted device. Lastly, we have the distributed denial of service attack, or also known as DDoS. This attack is malicious attempt to interrupt the normal traffic of targeted server with massive internet service. By sending too many requests for information, a DDoS can effectively shut down a server and disrupting the normal business operation of an organization. The way to prevent this activity is to take advantage of anti-DDoS hardware and software. There are plenty of products that are prepared to repair or mitigate certain protocol and application attacks, for example. So that's all from me. I'll pass to other presenter. Thank you.
My name is NURFARISHA BINTI MOHAMADD. My business number is 067366. I'm from Islamic Finance. Now I present about how to manage information security risks. Nowadays, information system brings about immense social changes, questioning the existing distribution of power, money, rights and obligations. It also raises the cyber crimes. So how do we or the organization can manage the information security risks? First of all, to manage security risks are by installing quarantine software. Quarantine software can be installed by organizations such as anti-spyware, antivirus and anti-adware. Business may maintain their computers free of viruses or malware by implementing efficient access control and routinely upgrading software. Install security software on the business computers and devices to help prevent infection. Moreover, manage the information system security by operating the system penetration software. By installing this, users can protect themselves from downloading free faces supplied by hackers. Patch management software allows business to automate the distribution of authentic patches from a variety of providers. Next, security policies. Security policies are procedures and initiatives for information system must be designed and implemented by business to properly protect them from unwanted access. Then, procedure initiative. These policies should focus on keeping in-house and off-site backups of company data, as well as implementing software that can be swiftly restored in the event of a system failure. Policy is a set of guidelines that defines how an organization should use information technology and information system responsibly. Includes the guidelines on first, purchase and uses of hardware and equipment on how to safely dispose them. Second, use of licensed software only and ensuring that all software is up to date with the latest patches for the security reasons. Third, rules on how to create password, like complexity enforcement, changing password, and moreover, the acceptable use of information technology and the information system. The guaranteed information security is to prevent the unauthorized individuals or system from accessing the information. Then, to maintain and assuring of the accuracy and consistency of data over its entire life cycle. Next is to ensure that the computer system, the security controls used to protect it, and the communication channels used to access it functioning correctly all the time, thus making information available in all situations. Right. Thus, the protection of information and information system are very important to prevent from unauthorized access, use, disclosure, disruption, modification, or destruction in order to provide confidentiality, integrity, and availability. People and organizations must manage their security risks efficiently in order to keep information safe for themselves, their company, and also their clients.
Hi, my name is FAZRIANA BINTI MULYADI and my matric number is 067369, and I will talk about the additional information of cyber attacks. Did you know more than 90 of small and medium enterprise reported a cyber attack that had a severe impact on business, and maybe distributed denial of service attack number also will rise to 15.4 million. Malaysia recorded 57.8 million virus attacks in the first quarter of 2022, accounting for 1.14% of total cyber attacks worldwide. According to Fortinet, which is a company that delivers high-performance network security solution that protects network users and data from continually evolving threats. Fortinet's lab security strategist Jonas Walker said botnet detection in the country totaled to 57.2 million, accounting for 1.90% of global threats. Meanwhile, exploit detection in the first quarter of 2022 in Malaysia recorded 3.96 million attacks, or 0.95% of total global detection. Virus attack is like a file that needs to be run on a website or downloaded into your system, while an exploit is just a simple command that can be applied to a system connected to the internet. Botnet is a malware attack like a virus that is installed into the systems and waits for a command or control server to send certain actions. According to Walker, the threat of cyber attack is recording an increase in Malaysia as the perpetrators of the threats are continuously scaling and making rapid adjustments to the latest developments around the world. They said they agree by 63% that lack of skills was a negative impact on cybersecurity on businesses, and they suggested methods of addressing the skills gap through training and certifications to improve employee education. Fortinet is committed to bridging the skills gap and pledges to train 1 million professionals by 2026 through the establishment of the Training Progress Agenda Program and the Fortinet Training Institute. In the conclusions, cyber attacks can impact operating systems, web server, and online service, such as information leakage, information loss, service disruptions, and compromised information integrity that bring negative impact on business in our country. So the responsible party in our country must take appropriate measures to help businesses from being the victim of a cyber attack.